Hi, I'm Debbie Roberts, and I own Massage and Fitness Professionals of the Treasure Coast in Stuart, Florida, a very unique day spa where we have massage, fitness, and aesthetics all underneath the same roof. And for those of you that don't know me, I've been a massage therapist and a group exercise leader and personal trainer since 1988. I'm also a continuing education provider for the state of Florida and NCTMB since 1995. What I do is I combine my personal training background with massage therapy to bring you, the therapist, massage and movement therapy. My motto is, if you don't assess, you simply guess. And today we're going to help you not guess about some Quadratus Lumborum back pain. So I have Bob here who's going to help me demonstrate all about some low back pain. So he's complaining of low back, and where I'm from in Stuart, Florida, we have a lot of golfers. So in golf, we have him in his 5-iron address for me, if you would please. And what we would see is that they're in forward flexion. They would load into their backswing. They move their hips, their trunk, then their torso, and then they violently go through at about 125 miles per hour at sometimes. And this right QL would have to decelerate that movement. So what we're going to do is find out how much hypertonicity and how much trigger points we might have in QL. Simple test. Stand up really tall, like you're between two panes of glass for me. We would have him side bend and see if he could touch the side of his knee joint equally between the right and left sides. In class, we would put him up against a wall and make sure that he could not flex like he is forward here trying to cheat around it. If I saw that he could not touch the left side as well as the right, we would know that his right QL has got some trigger points and some problems. So once we've evaluated if I have some dysfunction in gravity, then I want to take him on the table and find out if I have the same problem. So we're going to use the sideline positioning system by Oakworks. And what I like about the system is this, is it keeps the spine in perfect alignment, and I can keep his knee and his pelvis even, which softens QL. QL actually acts as 3 different muscles, and we have the more vertical fibers that run from the ilium to the rib cage, and then we have the diagonal fibers that run from the ilium to the first L1, L2, L3, 4, and then I have the rib cage which runs to each one of the transverse processes. And so we're going to get into a little bit of treatment here. What's nice again is the organs fall away, and I can come right along the ilium and start into treatment, and I'm feeling for any hypertonicity. I can get right along the transverse processes because everything's kept nice and soft. And I'm not only going to come from the ilium into the transverse processes, but I'm also going to go from the rib cage down to each one of the transverse processes. The next thing that we would do is we'd like to stretch Quadratus Lumborum. So I'm going to manually just give a nice little length to the QL, because as we know, that golfer has been decelerating or loading into QL. And then the other thing I'm going to have him do, I'm going to block his pelvis and at his rib cage and have him lengthen out his leg and his arm overhead for me. And I need your leg to move with me. So there we go. Ready? We're going to take a deep breath, inhale. On the exhale, I'm going to give him a nice stretch to that Quadratus Lumborum and also the lat. We know that the lat, especially on the right side, has to be nice and long to do the follow through. So this would be a nice thing to do to both sides. That's your quick tip for Quadratus Lumborum, how to test and how to assess and how to treat. I invite you to visit www.debbierobertsseminars.com so that you too can assess and not guess.